Welcome to video 3 in the series of videos on the PBV Individualized Learning Plan. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. The focus will be on the sample learning plan as well as the definitions that go with it. Once again, we're working from the bit.ly PBV-ILP 2019. If you'd like to join us in this particular area here, you can click right on that link and it'll take you to where we currently are. And as an overview, previously we looked at the instructions up here, and then we looked at the plan itself, the blank plan already. Those are the slides. You can see some of these videos are populating. We've got a sample video here already in store, and you'll see this video will replace it as soon as we're done here. So if you have questions, this is that spot to ask them. And so let's hop right in. So if I were going to look at the sample, I could click right here and it would take me directly to the sample. I'm going to use the slides for just a minute to refresh our memory. The overall learning plan itself, the four main areas, the first area being this look at the plan, the second area, the instructions, the third area is the sample of the ILP, but it's important to note that it also goes with the definitions, and you'll see how that works in just a second here on the video. So let's hop right in. We're going to go and click on our sample ILP. It will open up the page you see here. You'll notice that our teacher's name is Mary James. We have her site as Wilson Elementary, and grade level is 4, and the principal or program admin is Amy McEnroe. So starting off on section A, I want to speak directly to this idea of click to learn more, because each of the sections have a click to learn more area. And if you were to click on that, you'll see it brings up this bookmark link. That link will take you to the end of this document where you can read all about the definition of personal information, some explanation of what might be requested for each section. You can see in section B, self-reflection. You can also click and go right down to the definition of self-reflection. So if I look at, well, what's being requested when it says my current areas of professional strength? Well, I could read over here about Mary James and what she has to say. She talks about her current level of confidence with language arts and intermediate level students. She talks about that she's a leader for her PLC team. She's definitely involved in different things already, and she's on site council, PBIS. She's trained in thinking maps as a trainer of trainers. So those are areas where she feels like those are her current strengths. And then when we look over here at her areas for professional growth or interest, it says that she's looking to grow in classroom routines and communication with students and parents. And so as we read through this, she notes that she wants to learn skills that are very specific. So maybe Classroom, Remind, or other apps that help her with that communication piece. So we would expect that when she puts her first goal together, that her goal is actually going to help target at least one of those areas that she may have mentioned. So let's take a look as we go into the goals, actions, and expectations. You can see some of the sample ideas here from Mary James, but let's take this click to learn more and let's see how that works. So if I click on it, it'll bring up a bookmark, and if I click the bookmark, it's going to take me right down to this area of the document called our definitions. And each section, as you can see, has some definitions for further explanation. So in goals, you'll notice that it's broken up in the specific goal definition, actions, and then expectations. And we'll get into some frequently asked questions and some tips with goals. But you can notice here that really there's a focus on fewer and focused versus many goals and messy. And the idea there is that even if you have one goal, which is all that's required, that it's really something that's aligns with where you're actually at and where you are going, regardless of whether or not you may also have a site-wide goal from your principal. So there's a lot more detail here. And as I want to go back and forth, I can click the go back section and it'll take me directly back up to where I was earlier, actually looking at the sample. You'll notice also that each goal should include the element CSTP or CSTPs that it aligns with. There may be several. The goal or the purpose here is that you're aware of how you're enriching yourself according to the standards for the teaching profession here in California. So let's, and as well, we have a link that you can take and look at examples of what those CSTPs are, as well as what the elements are and how they might relate. So let's go back up to section C. And you can see we've jumped all the way back up to the top. You can see the goal for Mary James is to develop skills specific to implementing instructional technologies to enhance the communication, and the CSTPs that she's aligning it to. You can also see that she's got some actions planned. She wants to take a specific course with PBView. She wants to attend a conference. There's an example here that you can add dates after it's originally turned in. You can continue to add actions if you learn of other opportunities that may be available. So just because you begin the learning plan and have it approved initially doesn't mean that you can't continue to develop that learning plan as the year goes along. So the other reminder, the actions taken, these are actions that wouldn't be actually written down or noted until you've actually done some of the things that you've planned. So that's not part of the initial process. And then with growth expectations, if for your goal that you might write, what do you expect to occur when you gain the enhanced or enriched skills that you've looked or that you anticipate gaining? Where's the impact on the students in the classroom? What is your thinking around that? And be exciting to kind of see as the year goes along whether or not that takes place. And great conversation to have just to see how close you can get to meeting that target. So with that, we're going to wrap up this particular part of the video. We won't go into the other parts of the plan yet, but we hope this has been helpful, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video in the series. Thank you.